Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson. They begin the drive with Turbin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Aguilar has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Past the 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Ellington now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
White 90. 80. 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 3rd down, Rivers. Jones has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Rivers now. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They run with Turbin. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right? There's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And here come the Bills. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The second down run for Abdullah. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
390. Max 50, Max 50. You can't block me. You can't.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
180, 115.
First down, Rivers. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check 390. 190. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
On the delay, Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second down. Rivers complete to Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Good job. Good job, Warrior. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Behind.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go. Let's go.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rivers on the money, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. To throw on third down. Rivers. Caught by Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He's got Smith here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Here's Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game, all right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He was looking for Edelman there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have two, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
After the sack on first down, Rivers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, the win for them is number 6.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.